One, go.
Alright, hello everyone. My name is Gustavo. As someone was saying, I'm based in Saudi Arabia. So I come from the tech side of the equation. I work on computer graphics, in particular graphics for the internet. So I'm doing a PhD and at the same time building Mintperfect, which is a new approach for buying stuff online, like clothing, accessories, shoes. And I'll explain how we do that. So let me start with a video.
The e-commerce industry is becoming more and more competitive and provides strong growth opportunities for innovators. But shopping online provides some obvious challenges for customer satisfaction. For instance, it's hard to know whether something will fit right, whether you'll like the way it looks on you, or if your friends will be into it. Well, what if internet retailers provided you with a virtual changing room, with an avatar personalized to your measurements? You'd have the ability to try clothing on before you buy, and easily get your friends' opinions, which means shoppers can have the same confidence shopping online as in a physical store. And if shoppers feel more confident about their internet clothing purchases, they'll choose online retailers more often, and the e-commerce industry will thrive. This technology could be the standard solution for every online clothing store, improving customer service by offering one single ID account for hundreds of online clothing retailers. Together with your partnership, we can revolutionize the e-commerce industry. Ask us how you can take advantage of this opportunity.
Okay, so apparel sales. Let me start with the market. The apparel sales, in particular the clothing, it's a really huge industry. In-store represents 93% of the market, and online represents only 7% of the market. And it's 7%. We're focusing on the online market. How can we improve and tap into that 7%, which is actually small, but it's increasing, is the category that is increasing more in the whole e-commerce ecosystem. And it's very curious to notice that the first larger categories, computer and electronics, for example, iTunes and Home Depot, they are almost as big as e-commerce and fashion. And with this kind of increase, fashion online is going to become so important, and it's going to probably pass the Dells. So here we have like Amazon and these other industries. So this is a really interesting area to focus on. The growth, why that 7%, still 7% and not beyond? We identified two issues, and we have two players in this equation: the shopper, who is online in the computer or in the iPad or in the iPhone, or probably in the Facebook page of the brand. And the first question before, how will it fit? How much is it going to cost? The first real question is how I'm going to look. I want to buy something because I have a special occasion, because whatever reason. So the first question is how am I going to look? So what we're enabling is that you get a representation of yourself into your device that you can have into different platforms and try clothing on. So that's the first problem. And for the retailers, as we were explaining in the video, it's becoming more and more difficult to differentiate because pretty much all of them have the same technology to promote marketing and sales. So we're something that the retailers can use to differentiate through a technology. So Mintperfect is also for shoppers. It's a tool that allows you to try before you buy. You can mix and match clothing, let's say an entire collection of your favorite label. For instance, I like Abercrombie. So if Abercrombie will put all their collection in your platform, you will be able to customize your avatar and then try all the clothing that you want and see, the colors and how they combine. For retailers, this works as a plugin. So there's going to be a small button that says showroom, fitting room, or see on 3D. It really depends on the image of the retailer. And this will help them to differentiate with technologies like SEP. And this will help also as an engagement tool, because customers who already buy into a certain label will be more interested into trying the new stuff. So they're going to be able to explore the new articles and the new items. So how does it look? As I was telling you, it's going to be almost transparent for the retailer. This is a mock-up that we made for a retailer, for any retailer. This actually doesn't exist. And the only difference is that you will see an area where you're going to have access to the tool, to the plugin, to Mintperfect basically. So it doesn't have to, it's not going to be intrusive, and it has to go well with the design, and it will keep the users, the shoppers, within the website. So we're not a third party. we're using Haynes, the existing functionality of the retailer. Once you click on this one, two things happen. If it's the first time that you're clicking on that, you will create your avatar, and it's like think about like a video game. You're gonna be able to like customize your hair, your skin color, and everything. And secondly, and most importantly, you're gonna see real clothing into this kind of experience with this kind of level of details. You will probably have like a size recommendation, but we're really looking into how it will look. So once we have all this 3D data, you can do lots of different things. First of all, and the one that I was mentioning and we're focusing on, is how am I going to look into different garments? And you can do like animation and all the things that you can imagine into a video game. So we're more like enablers. Our core value proposition comes from quality and performance. This comes from a research center, the one I lead, and we got some patents on the technology. So this is really new. So what is the process for a retailer who is interested in trying Mintperfect? First, we will be digitizing the whole collection. So part of our company is like a studio for designers in 3D modeling tools, and the other part is like software development. So we will receive the entire collection, let's say the winter collection, we will put them on 3D, and then we will set up the plugin for the retailers. That's all what they do really. Just send us a sample, we do the work, and we just put them into their website. We take into account all the infrastructure part, and this works as they're used to, and then they're good to go basically. So that's it. I'll keep it short for this time. Please email me if you have any questions, and thank you, and have a Merry Christmas.
Okay, questions?
How do you digitize the collection? That seems the hardest part.
Yeah, it's a process of, you get a garment, you can do two things. You can scan it on 3D, or you can actually model it like straight from 3D. So there are some companies who are already doing design on 3D. We can reuse this data. So it really depends on the company who's trying to implement our tool.
So I have, Topshop, I have
Sure.
7,000 SKUs.
Yeah.
How do I get those digitized?
We can do two things, as I was telling you. You send us a sample, or we take pictures.
And you can still construct a 3D model from pictures, from 2D?
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but a pants is always going to be a pants, for example. So just if you have a really, pretty much all of them have existing high quality photos. So we can start from there. Because one thing is the structure, and the other thing like details. So if you have pictures, that's enough.
So are you able to actually get fit and understand fit on your avatar? So like how let's say jeans fit?
Right. We decided not to go for the fitting
Just for the
problem because it's way too complex. So many people are working in the field, we're most focusing on the look. We can potentially work in fit because we will have like all the points of a person representation and clothing representation, but we are not going to fit.
You said that there was a plugin needed to do the 3D. Just out of curiosity, I know in the gaming industry, for example, you have an 80% drop-off if people have to download a plugin. So given that that's gaming and people are already bought into the experience, how do you plan to address that when you have such a high drop-off rate?
Yeah, that's very interesting, and it was good that I didn't mention. It was good that you asked it because I didn't mention. So the technology that we're using is plugin free. I was mentioning plugin because they have to put this button, but they don't have this to install anything. So for the user, it's like just
So you're either running in Java or you're running WebGL.
It's WebGL.
You're running WebGL. So then, to that question, since one, Internet Explorer doesn't offer that natively in the browser.
That's right.
You have Apple, who just essentially stopped anti-aliasing in the browser, right?
Right.
The only people, so now that you have those barriers to adoption, you still have people that have to plug in, like go get the download for the Internet Explorer one to view it. And then also you have WebGL is very computationally heavy, right? I mean, so a lot of basic end user machines, for example, my mom, she's not going to be able to see this right. And then a lot of computers don't pass the Walmart test for WebGL. So given that, meaning that you can, sorry, that means that if you go into these places and you test the graphics for the average person, most computers are bought at Walmart, Best Buy. If it can process there, then you have to think how long until it's in the average person's house, right? So just what are your thoughts then as far as when you're looking to launch, and then honestly, when hardware and then the tech is mature enough to support this, so.
Yeah, but you just nail our expertise area.
Okay.
We're enabling that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the part we're really strong on. And
So you're upgrading people's machines, yeah?
no, we do the magic for people to be able to use it.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, time's up. Sorry. Visual.
Yeah.